The upper floor seems to be condemned. There's a lot of disorder up there. I don't think that ransacking this paperwork will help me in any way. I think he's Steve Bonnet. He has aged fast. These are stamps of Bonetown. Better ask for permission. I'd risk looking like a thief. Good morning, Steve.
Good morning. I'm sorry, do we know each other?
It's been a while, hasn't it, Uncle Steve?
Uncle Steve? There was only one child that called me that. It can't be. Willy, is that really you?
Yes, Steve, it's really me, Willy Morgan.
Son, how are you? Sorry if I don't get up, but my back is killing me. Sitting here all day is bad for my health.
All good, Steve. Thank you.
Tell me, what brought you back to Bonetown? It's been years since the last time I saw you.
For the anniversary of my dad's disappearance. It's been 10 years. I was thinking of swinging by the cemetery.
Already 10 years? Time seems to have stopped in Bonetown since then. I sought refuge in my job to forget. I don't see your mother. Does she know you're here?
I told her I was leaving. She's away on a business trip.
How is she? I tried many times to contact you in recent years, but she never answered.
It was very tough for her, too. She preferred to make a clean break from the past, concentrating on me and her job. Bonetown is a memory that still hurts a lot.
I understand.
Can I borrow a stamp?
Of course, as long as you use it responsibly. Even if they're dated back, they're the official stamps of Bonetown.
Thanks, I'll use them well.
Actually, when you're finished with your stuff, you can help me out with that stamp. I have a lot of paperwork to authenticate.
Gladly. How are things going here in Bonetown?
Not very well, I'd say. It's becoming harder and harder to run Bonetown. People leave, and the problems are constantly increasing.
Yes, when I got here, I had problems parking my bike.
Parking problems as well? That too must go on the list.
You mean the lack of courtesy at the old inn?
Are you staying at the old inn? The owner seems to be grumpy and surly. But actually, all right. I'll try to talk to him at the first opportunity. I'll write it down among the many things to do. I'd let you stay here, but to deal with the city expenses, I left my old house. Now I sleep in that little room over there. It's the only way I've found to be able to run Bonetown as best as I can.
Have you ever thought of hiring someone to give you a hand?
Yes, but funds are limited, and nobody wanted to take on this responsibility.
I saw some construction work on the buildings.
That's one of the bigger problems in the city. It seems that our water resources are drying up. Some people say that upriver, certain companies have been doing excavations that caused the fracturing of some faults. But I launched an investigation, and there's no correlation. So I'm trying to solve the problem by recovering rainwater. And at the moment, it seems to be working.
I hope so, for Bonetown. Do you remember what happened to my father?
It's always painful for me to talk about Henry. We grew up almost like brothers, before he decided to leave and become one of the most famous archaeologists in the world. But despite his work, he always found the time to come back here to the family, and to meet his old friends. Unfortunately, his disappearance is still shrouded in mystery. The night before that fateful day, we went out together. We said goodbye in front of the old inn, where he was staying. The next morning, I stopped by to say hello, but there was no trace of him. His room was intact. The innkeeper said he didn't see him going out. That's all I know. Since then, I've been racking my brain to understand what happened, but Henry seems to have vanished into thin air.
Just like Mom always tells me. Do you, by any chance, know what Dad was working on?
I wouldn't know. Whenever he'd come to Bonetown, he told us fantastic stories of the places he explored. We felt like we were there with him.
Dad was always an exceptional narrator. When he told me a story before bed, I couldn't sleep right away, but instead spent a good part of the night fantasizing.
He used to do the same thing with us here in Bonetown. Everyone was enthralled by him.
Do you remember what happened to my father?
It's always painful for me to talk about Henry. We grew up almost like brothers. Despite his work, unfortunately, the night before that fateful, we said goodbye. Next morning, his room. That's all I since then.
Just like... Hi, Steve.
Hi, Willy, and welcome back to Bonetown. I can't show you around, but for anything else, feel free to ask.
Thanks. See you later.
Come back whenever you want. You'll always find me here.
Thanks. What a weird globe. It's covered in notes.
I'm sorry, I'd prefer you not touch it. There's some important notes and I don't want to lose them.
Sure. I might need one. I'll take the more worn one. Should I smash the window and take the contents? I don't see a reason yet. It's full of every kind of bottle and vial. I don't even know if some are legal or not. Drugstore of Dr. Fred Every. It contains a lot of jelly beans. It only works with 5-cent coins. They look like garden tools. I wonder why they are in here.
Hey! That is fragile instrumentation. You can't take it without authorization.
Excuse me, I thought it was available for customers.
No, it's extremely important equipment for my job. Only I can use it. Or whoever has my permission.
All right. It's a piece of paper with some writing on it.
I need it. I wrote down the ingredients I require to complete the recipe I'm working on.
I understand. If I'm not mistaken, it's Mendeleev's periodic table. Better not. I think the owner would be very upset. They seem delicious. I'd like to take some, but I spent the last of my money at the Dead Man Inn. He looks more like a scientist than a pharmacist. Good morning.
Good morning. What can I do for you?
I was just browsing.
No problem. But please don't touch anything without my permission. I've arranged everything so that it will make my work easier.
What work?
I'm developing a recipe that will make me rich. I just have to find the final ingredients.
Can I have some candies?
Unfortunately, I have to say no. The ones you see in the shop are needed to complete the recipe I'm working on, as well as for my livelihood.
I noticed.
If you have some pocket change, there's a candy vending machine right outside the shop. You can take as much as you want. It's only 5 cents for a candy.
Thanks a lot. What are you working on exactly?
It's a recipe of my own concoction for a new non-alcoholic drink. As soon as I find all the ingredients, I'll patent it. I've written everything I need on this piece of paper I found in the back room. There's still some ingredients missing to complete the recipe. Then I'm sure my life will take a turn, and I could say goodbye to Bone Town.
Can I help you somehow?
Let me think. Maybe there's something you could do. I need to go to the warehouse to get some things I couldn't find anywhere else in town. But I need a specific plant that grows here in these surroundings. It's a plant with white flowers that only grows in places exposed to the sun, but also with enough moisture.
No problem. I'll see if I can pick one up and bring it to you.
No. It's extremely delicate. Any contact with the acids in human skin could ruin its essence. You should use specific instruments to pick it up and carry it. If you're willing to give me a hand, I can provide you with all you need.
What would I get in return?
Fortune and glory, kid. Fortune and glory.
Tremendously epic. All right.
Very well. Help yourself to the container and the trowel near the door. Once you've identified the plant, use the trowel to put it in the container.
I figured as much.
Thanks. It will also take me a while to find what I need in the warehouse. We'll meet back here.
All right. What's that piece of paper?
I honestly don't know. I was going through the back room when the new recipe suddenly hit me. I grabbed the first piece of paper I came across to write down the ingredients.
Can I see it?
I'd rather you not. Our sector is very competitive. If I let you read the ingredients, you could steal my recipe. I can give it to you after the recipe is completed, when I'll be sure nobody will copy my work.
Okay. Goodbye.
See you soon. When you find the plant with the white flowers, make sure to be as gentle as you can.
I'll do my best. I better be going now. The owner was clearly in a great hurry to leave. The sign says, "Welcome to the fabulous Bonetown new pub." It's by far the most modern thing I've ever seen here in Bonetown. It's a 3D printer. It's weird seeing something so technologically advanced here in Bonetown. It doesn't work like that. It's the same printer we use at school. Here on the side is a multi-format reader. It can read USB sticks, CDs, etc., and it's also a scanner to read data directly from images. Once all the info has been inserted into the reader, it'll be converted into data, which will be passed on to the printer. Only then will it be ready to begin operating. They're automatic vending machines. I'm not thirsty. They're automatic vending machines. It looks like some kind of power supply, but I've never seen anything like this. Useless. I already have all the energy I need. I don't know if it's the owner of this place or just a customer. Hi.
Hello. Welcome to the fabulous Bonetown new pub.
Is this supposed to be a pub?
It is. It's a full-fledged pub. You have the opportunity to select different drinks of your choice, and it's all automated.
At first sight, it looks more like a garage with vending machines.
Details. This is the future. People don't want to waste time with chatter. They want to get straight to the point. And I offer what they want. A valid alternative to the old and worn-down Bonetown premises.
Maybe you should have invested a bit more in the interior design, like moving some tires or getting rid of the tools.
I appeal to a different clientele. A bit in the style of Dine and Dash, but more like Drink and Dash.
Well, if that is your philosophy, I'd say you've done a great job.
I know. Thank you.
How is business going in Bonetown?
I only opened this business recently, but I'm very confident. The market research I did before opening in Bonetown is very accurate. So it's just a matter of time, and then I'm sure I'll find great satisfaction.
What kind of market research?
I was passing by Bonetown when I had a car problem. I asked for help from the town mechanic. After the hike to check out my stalled car, he asked me if by any chance I had something to drink. And so the light bulb went on in my head. Ding! If people here need takeaway drinks, I'll be here to serve them.
So you just relied on the opinion of a single person who happened to be thirsty.
Exactly. I know how to read the needs of a village. It's from little things that big projects grow.
I have some serious doubts, but I wish you luck.
Thanks, but luck doesn't have anything to do with it. Intuition and precise calculations are the foundations of every solid venture.
That's right, I agree. How do you handle your operation?
Ha! That's simple. The vending machines and the signs do their work. I just have to wait for the customers and invest the proceeds in my other passion, video games.
Oh, so you're a developer?
Ha! Please. I want to make a living. I play everything I can and help developers with my precise and sharp feedback.
Of course. Who's the town mechanic?
He's a very skilled local handyman. They still call him the blacksmith here. He can fix practically anything. At first I had some problems with the vending machines, and he took care of making them go again. Now he's tinkering with my car. Now that I've moved here, I don't need it anymore. Since I have no urgency to get it fixed, I told the blacksmith he could work on it during the slow times. Since then, I haven't seen him around anymore.
I understand. I noticed the new gutters in Bonetown.
I didn't. I'm not from around here. I recently opened my business, and I'm dedicating body and soul to it. I've never ventured out to take a tour of the town.
That's a shame. You don't know what you're missing. I also saw a 3D printer.
Yes, it's the latest fashion. I decided to expand my market. By offering different products in the same store, I have more chance to succeed.
Drinks and 3D printers?
I see you also grasp the symbiosis of the two things.
I wasn't exactly paying you a compliment.
This is another of my brilliant ideas. You can use it if you want. The first time, it's free, just to encourage the customer to come back.
And many people use it here in Bonetown?
Some pass by here to see it, supposing it's an aquarium. But as soon as they recognize its potential, a universe of opportunity will open up to them.
I like your enthusiasm. I'll make good use of it too, then.
It's at your disposal when you want it.
Goodbye.
See you soon!
Blacksmith since 1827. I think he knows his business. I don't need it. It doesn't seem to be in good condition. What could I do with a cart with a couple of wheels missing? There's everything imaginable here. This is the hood of some car. I can't get there, and above all, I don't need it. I can't believe it. Somebody brought the engine of an F-18 to get fixed. This blacksmith must be very good. I'll think about it later. Maybe I could mount it on my next bicycle. Let's see if there's anyone here. It's in order. Too many things. I can't take them all. They look like long blacksmith tongs. Better take them with me. You never know. It's a matchbox. They could always come in handy. It really looks like it, but I don't think it could be that very hammer. I don't know how, but it could be useful. Such a lovely specimen. I suppose it's here to get its horseshoes fixed. Here, horsey. It doesn't seem to be very cooperative. Maybe it needs some extra incentive. It looks like a sort of water distribution system. I believe it works with gravity. Better not. It looks like here in Bonetown, water is a valuable asset. An old anvil. It still seems in good condition. It must weigh at least a couple of quintals. I'd rather not test my spine more than necessary. Armor always intimidates me a bit. Shiny. I'll remember it in case a dragon appears before me. It's the Bonetown Armory. I'm a peaceful guy. I don't want to bring weapons with me. There are shields of all ages and for everybody's taste. I don't think they would be useful to me, unless I want to take part in a medieval carousel, but right now, that's not among the things I aim to do. A nice arsenal. I don't need them. It's a little catapult. It looks like a toy. There's no ammo. I need something to test the range of this mini catapult. Better use it with caution. I could cause serious damage. They're scissors. Sorry, can I take these scissors?
It seems to me it's the only thing suitable for you in this shop. Round edges for greater security. Go ahead and take them. And don't forget to advertise Roger's Weapons Shop.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning to you, young man. Are you interested in something?
I need weapons. Many weapons.
No problem. Here you can find as many as you want. And if you don't see something around, I can order it for you. But I need your ID and your carry permit.
I'll be back with the documents. Many documents.
I'm sure of it.
Excuse me. All these weapons are messing with my mind. How long has this shop been running?
Basically ever since Bonetown existed. In every town there's a shop selling weapons, and Rogers is the ultimate shop in the city. We have weapons from all countries and all ages. Our centerpiece is that gun on display over there. It dates all the way back to the early 1700s. My grandpa found it hidden in his attic. It's in a perfect state of preservation.
I'd only like to take a look, thanks. I couldn't help but notice the gun on display.
You have a good eye, kid. It's the finest piece we have. It's an authentic weapon from the early 1700s. My grandpa found it in the attic, and since then it has always been on display here in our shop. We've done lots of research on it, but we were never able to establish provenance. We know that it dates back centuries, and it's a unique piece. It is unmatched in handling and finish. How it ended up in my grandpa's attic is currently a mystery. There's an inscription. J. Roger. We think it belonged to one of our forefathers, and in our family tree, there's nobody whose name started with a J. The first Roger to arrive here in Bonetown was Johann, but he was an Icelandic fisherman.
How much are you selling it for?
It's the only piece in the entire collection not for sale.
Why's that?
It's needed to give our shop a certain prestige. Without this, we would just be another common emporium selling weapons. Instead, many people pass through here because they know this relic is here. If I sold it, many customers wouldn't return.
I understand. There must be something for which you would be willing to part with that gun.
Absolutely not. There is no other weapon identical to this. You could try to find another identical one, but according to the research we did, it's a unique piece. And even if I found another one of the same value, I could never trade it. As I already told you, our patronage is based, at the end of the day, on this heirloom. That's why we installed a very sophisticated alarm system that goes off as soon as the weapon is removed.
How does your alarm system work?
It detects the presence, weight, and dimensions of the object. As soon as this is removed, it immediately goes off. The only chance to steal it would be to substitute the gun with another identical one. But being one of a kind, it's absolutely impossible. I'd say it's a foolproof system.
Understood. I noticed that the city is being revitalized with all those new gutters.
Let's say we must make a virtue of necessity. We've got serious water problems here in Bonetown, and, I would add, serious economic problems too. Our Mayor Steve is trying to tackle all these problems as best he can. I think it's a good compromise. All that shiny brass seems to beautify Bonetown, and simultaneously provides the water we need to get by.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
It looks like a toy. A gun from the 18th century. There's also a little inscription, J. Roger. I could be wrong, but I think it's John Rogers' gun, one of Kid's crew. I need to get hold of it. The engraving says J. Roger. Let's try to see if there's something that might be useful to my research. Oops, I better put everything back as it was. Sorry, my mistake.
Careful, boy. I don't like to repeat myself, so I'll tell you only once. It's not wise taking something without permission in a shop that sells weapons.
Thanks for the advice. This alarm is a problem. I have to find a way to avoid activating it. Better use it with caution. I could cause serious... Copper of very fine quality. Really flashy. It's the entrance door to the instrument store. It looks like the owner loves to collect all kinds of instruments. I can see a charango and ukulele and many others that I can't recognize. They seem like exact replicas of silver, gold, and platinum records. It seems to me these are rare pieces. It's not the right moment to think about buying an instrument. Besides, after spending my last savings at Dead Man Inn, I'm broke. It's a tuning fork. A tuning fork can always come in handy. Excuse me, can I take that tuning fork?
Sure. It's available to customers to find harmony.
Thanks. It's an old jukebox. It's already working. There's no need to waste coins. It's the owner of the shop. Hello.
Hello, dude. Peace be with you. May I help you somehow?
I like the selection of instruments in this shop.
Thanks, dude. It took years to stock up so much choice, to test every single instrument to make it harmoniously perfect.
As in an orchestra where everything must be perfect?
No, dude. No. I'm talking about harmony, with a capital H. Each instrument has a sound that connects your inner self with the motion of the universe, making you a part of the whole.
And did you find the formula for this harmony?
Dude, for more than 50 years, I've experienced things that link me with the harmony of the universe, but the path is still long, and there's still a lot to try.
That's not hard to believe. I'd be curious to know what kind of experiments you conducted.
Better not ask certain things, dude.
In this case, I agree. Is smoking allowed in this shop?
Dude, who do you take me for? I could never go against the law and cause harm.
It looks like you're smoking.
No, dude, this is the new frontier. Electronic cigarettes.
I see. Aromatized flavor?
Yeah, you could say that. An aroma that expands your mind to connect you with the whole.
I'm content. I don't want to investigate further. Goodbye.
Goodbye. I wish you peace and love.
Hey, there are other musical instruments here too, but these seem to be more ancient. Don't touch. Property of the Fly family. I'd rather not. It seems antique. Very antique. There's an inscription. Walter Fly, 1712. Walter Fly is the same name that my father wrote in his letter found in the library. It looks like a mechanical piano. I can't play it. To make it work, a musical roll would be necessary. I never saw one so old, though. There's an engraving. Walter Fly, 1712. It's another poster of the Lafitte amusement park. I saw one just like it at the inn. I guess the Bonetown community really believed in that project. I already have a lot of things in my bag. A musical triangle. There's a plate here too, property of Walter Fly. Usually there's a metallic stick to make it play, but I can't see that here. I need something else to make it vibrate. It should work. What was that? There's a hideout in the wall. The opening mechanism seems to have activated with the sound of the instrument. I already have a lot of... It's another poster of the Lafitte amusement. I saw one just like it at the inn. I guess the Ingenious. An alcove with sound recognition. The inventor must have been a genius. The opening is too narrow. I can't even see what's inside. I don't think these will help me this way. I don't think that would... Better use it with caution. I don't think fixing my nails would improve the outcome of my visit to Bonetown. It's a bow, but it's so old that the hair is worn out. I'll take it with me. If I can find a way to replace the hair, I can use the cello. Better not. The opening is too narrow. I can't even see what's inside. It's a beautiful specimen of cello. I haven't played one of these in a while. Mom wanted me to learn to play an instrument at all costs, and my choice was the cello. It seemed to me the right mix between a classic violin and a modern guitar. To play it, I first need to find the hair and repair the bow. I can't play this way.